This video is about problem solving. Your goal is to develop problem-solving strategies based on decision-making rather than a habit used in desperation. Effective problem solving is deliberate decision-making. What do I mean by that? It consists of 1. Narrow your problem so it is manageable. 2. Use incremental steps to address your problem. 3. Identify the change you want to achieve. 4. Always consider multiple options. I can't tell you the number of advisees who discuss with me their desire to drop a course. I look at their syllabus and the student is running a B in the course and has the potential for enough points left to be earned to get them the A. Why would you drop that course? So it's important that you understand there are many other options that are possible in any given problem. 5. Always assess change. So as you're going along and you're implementing your steps to solve the problem, assess whether you are seeing change. Or maybe it's time to try one of your other options. 6. Keep in mind each of your actions need to be intentional. That is, you know what you want the outcome to be from your action, so you'll see if your action is successful. You will be using 2 strategies for problem solving. One is ranking priorities, and the other is one step at a time. When you use the 2 strategies, think about the class you went to unprepared. You know that dread feeling of, "Oh, please, professor, don't call on me." Well, the professor knows who you are because you are usually sitting along the walls of the room or you line the back of the room and you never make eye contact. You know that dreaded feeling when you feel awful about yourself because you get to class and you feel that everyone in the class knows more than you. How can you change that? Your commitment to action will propel you over the hurdle you have created because you have created it by your own inaction or inertia. After all, you can and do have control. Now let's get to the strategies. Both meet the criteria for effective decision making. The first strategy is ranking priorities. It requires you to be organized and intentionally decide what needs to be done and the sequence for accomplishing each. So basically, you chunk the tasks into 3 groups, an A, a B, or a C, and then prioritize within each. Keep in mind, things like laundry are not absolutely essential. It's usually optional, but the longer time goes on and the more it doesn't get done, it probably does move up the priority scale. The second strategy is one step at a time. This is particularly appropriate when you have isolated one particular problem. So one key is being honest with yourself and recognizing the consequences you experience by not solving or ignoring the problem. And second, suggesting lots of possible solutions. You want more strategies? Well, wait, no more. Here are some quick and dirty problem solvers. 1. Study at a time consistent with your biological clock. If you're most alert and wide awake in the morning, then do your studying then. 2. Study regularly, not just to prepare for an exam. Think 20-minute test prep. 3. Get old exams or practice exams for improved test preparation. 4. See your professor or TA regularly during office hours to help to clarify the information with you. 5. Form a study group. Each member of the group learns a different topic and then teaches their assigned topic to the rest of the group. And even more strategies. 6. Develop a routine and just do it. Like getting up at the same time every morning, whether you have a class within a half an hour or not. Just get up at the same time. That routine is helpful. 7. Create a reward system that is meaningful and potent for you. You know, during my freshman year, I used to buy a nightgown every time I studied for an exam as a reward. I have no idea why I did it, but it darn well was effective, not to mention cluttering my closet. I had more nightgowns than I even care to think about. 8. Involve someone whose perception of you is very important. It may be a best friend, a roommate, or a relative that you will share the problem with, and because of the respect you have for that person, you feel a commitment to do something and follow through, and your special someone is your personal cheerleader. 9, finally, make the decision to take changes by thinking about the negative consequences, which can be brutal. So write those consequences on a Post-it note and post them in your room over your desk or as a screensaver so they are a constant reminder. All of the strategies have worked for students in previous semesters, but not all of the students tried the same strategies. But what all of them had in common was a desire to change, to solve their problem. Oh, there are students who continue to do what they have always done and will continue to get what they have always gotten. But my challenge to you is don't just talk about your problems, but take control of your situation and solve them. Good luck.